Welcome to Phase 3, Module 1. And today we are going to be learning how to define optimal career paths. So I just wanted to start off today and give you kind of a fun example. I'm actually showing you a screenshot of my phone here. And this is called a VisualMind map. I thought it'd just be easier just to show you a visual of this. And if I click on this image here, look! I typed in on my phone, psychology-related career paths in the AI revolution. This is on a VisualMind map. Now, I paid for this membership, so there's free trials, etc., but it's another app that you can use on your phone. So if you were to look at this particular concept here, look at all these types of AI-related careers in psychology. And I picked this because it's a typical liberal arts degree that oftentimes people say, what are you going to do? Are you going to become a psychologist? Well, guess what? There's all kinds of careers related to psychology. And I could have picked something that was more scientific or mathematical or business related, but I thought this would be a good one to share with you today. So I'm trying to give you a visual of what's on my phone right now. So I'm going to put on my glasses because the print is really fine. So for example here, psychology-related career paths in the AI revolution. And all of a sudden this mind map comes up with all kinds of opportunities. AI-powered mental health diagnostic tools, human-computer interaction user and experience design. How about this one? Ethic bias in an AI-driven psychology application. AI-assisted education and training in psychology. Neuroscience and the cognitive psychology in AI development. Future directions and emerging trends in AI technology. And then if you actually look here, all of these are basically pathways to more detailed information. Let's see here. Exploring the potential of AI-driven personalized medicine and psychology. This particular area and this area, it says, investing in the potential of AI-driven personalized medicine to tailor psychological interventions to individual needs, preferences, genetic profiles, leading to more effective and targeted treatments. Okay, guys. This is crazy. So in this segment today, we're going to be talking about career paths. How do you identify your optimal career path? So let's get started. So again, welcome to this module, and this is Phase 3, Module 1, Identifying Optimal Career Paths. And I wanted to start off this video today with giving you a quick little snapshot, yet again, of another AI technology tool. This particular one's called VisualMind. And this is only one. This will blow your mind. You need to at least play around. A lot of these types of apps that I'm showing you have free trials, by the way. So you can play around and see how they work. But I've already played around with these, and so that's why I wanted to share it with you. And also I'm going to put a link of these things in my notes here, so if you want to check out some of these things. This one I think is only for your phone as an app. I don't think I can use it on my PC yet, but I'll figure that out. So anyway, why choosing the right path really matters. And so again, on my Mountain Sea strategy, and we're going on our journey, it says there are countless signposts pointing in all these different directions, and there's oftentimes where we feel very overwhelmed, particularly in this time of age. And I have to say, particularly for a college student that might be picking a particular degree or a particular focus for their major, so for example, psychology, what do I do with a psychology degree? And then how do I align it to the future of the AI revolution? Well, that's why I'm so happy today that I'm helping you figure those out. So as we work through this program and what you would gain, You'll gain some type of framework to start with this in looking at various career paths. Again, this is a digital product. I can't really hold your hand and literally show you how to use this app and literally play with it, but this will give you the framework that you can utilize AI technology to help you brainstorm and come up with a career path. Now, pitfalls of unstructured choices. This is really important. Think about how much we're spending on education and degrees. Do you know how many people, and I don't have a statistic pulled up, I can pull it up, how many people go into college and can't pay off their student loans because they're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on graduate degrees, and then they can't make any money? Well, there are all kinds of pitfalls if you choose the wrong career path. So, life is a gamble, and I do agree that sometimes we try to experiment. However, it's really important to do a strategic analysis and really do the research about the right career path that you're starting to take your journey on, particularly when you're trying to forward think with what's happening with the AI revolution, and using something like a career compass will help you do that, this framework. It's really important to challenge your old way of thinking about this, folks, because the old job, tiers are changing in all aspects, every type of career that you think of. I mean, it's not like you go from this job to this job to this job to this job to this job. And I can actually walk through various job examples because I'm very familiar with that. Now it's kind of like a matrix, and this is something that Comp Team talks about a lot with the compensation analytics company. They talk about a matrix, and basically it's a framework, and it's very elaborate. It is not necessarily a step-by-step progression in your career. So it's really important to understand this and navigate in this labyrinth of what your career path is going to look like. And to do that, you really need to embrace AI technology to map that landscape, or at least help you come up with ways to use artificial intelligence to transform the way we think about your career pathway, your career journey, utilizing that compass in your hand and that map in your hand, coming up with a way to think about various trends. Again, we talked about analyzing the market trends, and then also looking at the highest growth fields in your areas of interest. I personally like psychology. That is my passion. I think about neuroscience all the time. Yes, I might not necessarily be the best in math and best in data. However, I am really good about neuroscience, and I study that, and I'm very fascinated in human behavior. And guess what? You can make a living at that. So it's good to do a market scan, really analyze the industries experiencing rapid growth. Again, LinkedIn, Burning Glass Technologies, Glassdoor is another one that I haven't mentioned yet. Glassdoor is an area that really shows the type of jobs that are out there. Here it says skills demand mapping. The understanding skills and companies the skills that companies are seeking. And I have to tell you this, as a seasoned HR person, I know that right now, individuals with AI technology background, as well as, I would say even though sometimes, okay, I'm going to go on a tangent. This is my little mind map. I think oftentimes, particularly if you're an older person, you think, well, no one's going to hire me because I am older than 30 years old. However, even if you're over 30 years old, you do realize you have some work experience. Imagine that you have work experience plus you have this advanced understanding of AI technology, and that you've utilized and researched and apply that. Now you are on fire. You are on fire. So it's not like you're just a fresh graduate. However, I must say, fresh graduates, don't let what my words say concern you, because you do have a lot of work experience, perhaps even through college and high school. So, okay. I would just say it's good to have your optimal career path strategized and strategically think about the types of experiences that is good for your career path. Have an AI-driven concept of your career path, and then personally, strategically go out and get that life experience in that particular varying lanes. Okay. Role comparison. So this is where, like here, this particular diagram here, I've got all these different types of pathways in the psychology sector. I can literally go up each of these avenues and do role comparison. Also, I can go back and look at various other AI technologies and analyze salary trends, growth opportunities, and then also consider work-life balance considerations. How about that? Because again, we work where we have to, we live where we want to. Okay, that's one of the things that I was talking about earlier. Also, we want to integrate expert guidance into your process. So here's a book, Designing Your Life. Here's another book, So Good They Can't Ignore You. Oh, I love this. So good they can't ignore you. And that's not just about being an influencer. Did you know we can be influencers at any age? Yes, we can. Did you know there's a huge demographic that is severely needing people like us? Okay, that's a different conversation. Okay, so let's take a look at this, the market alignment path framework. So this is it's really important. Remember I said that it's good that you're starting to build your career compass. This could be a tangible paper type of binder, which is pretty old-fashioned, or it could be a digital platform. But what we want to do is start building that market intelligence. We need to make it a daily habit or a weekly habit to research trends using AI tools. And this, I advise, to be an ongoing process. This is not just a one-time event, a one-time career coaching event. This is something that we do on an ongoing basis because AI technology and jobs are changing at an alarming rate. So you have to make it part of your life. And identify roles that are constantly shifting. Okay, so they're talking about digital marketing, data science, remote project management. Okay, well, that's in the digital world. But believe me, this could be in any type of industry, any type of job out there. Or also, I hate to forget my entrepreneurs out there and my side gig builders. This also goes for building a new business because that's changing too. We're not necessarily selling t-shirts on the street because you can now go on any Amazon and get a cheap t-shirt anymore. Okay, well, that's another discussion. Analyze role details, and this is really, this is why I spend so much time talking about what's your aspirations, what's your vision, what's your passion, because we now need to align what you really want out of life and what you want in your career and align it specifically to roles. Again, match it to your vision, cross-reference, so do some activities to cross-reference that process. And does it complement what you're very good at? Prototype testing. Think designing your life and then really try to think about how you can do small experiments in this. So for example, when I started doing this type of work, I started experimenting by doing videos and training and various things that apply my past experience and then experiment with AI technology so I could learn what I'm talking about. Although I'm not an expert, but I'm learning. So this is a sample of a visual framework. Again, all of those things that I talked about. So here's some actionable steps. Research and list roles. So this is something that you can start. I gave you here a visual mind map to help you brainstorm. By the way, I can move all of these little boxes around. It's absolutely phenomenal. If I was actually doing a live coaching with you, I would actually teach you how to do this. It's very easy. You can just do it on your phone. Just move things around. You can add things. You can go deeper and deeper and deeper. It's incredible. Create a comparison chart. Overlay your strengths. Again, really think about what your strengths are. And it's okay to acknowledge that you have weaknesses, but you bring gifts to this world. What are your gifts? What are your gifts that you can bring this world? And then align all of these different buckets into your gifts. Test the waters, and so this is where you have to have the courage to try it out. You, by doing this type of thing, are going to be ahead. You're going to have competitive advantage because you are a warrior. You are actually going out and challenging the traditional mindset because you're trying something new. And so you're going to be ahead of the game. So there's various career data platforms, and I mentioned a bunch of these earlier, and I'll put it in the links. Interactive dashboards, and again, here's another one, a Microsoft Power BI. Again, I told you there's thousands of tools out there. A career experimentation. Now, don't be experimenting if you have a traditional job on the job because you're getting paid to do that job. I'm saying maybe do hobbies, maybe do things outside your job, and maybe start a side business and start experimenting. That's why I think you need to have multiple streams of income today. You can actually start a side business while you're doing a traditional job, and I can talk to you about that. So quick wins that you can achieve today. Spend 20 minutes, today or this week, whatever you decided on your timeline that I talked about earlier. Spend 20 minutes exploring reliable job markets and analytic tools. Identify at least one role that interests you, that fascinates you. Sketch out some comparison tables. Use something like this with a mind mapping tool. For example, commit to reading an article or learning something, an audiobook, or playing around with these various technologies, or perhaps watching a YouTube video. YouTube is amazing. List your turn. List 3 industries that draw your interest. For each industry, identify 2 roles that highlight and that might be emerging with the AI technology. Create a simple chart and redirect on how these roles will align as you discover your new career pathway. All right. So thank you for joining me today. You know me, I am constantly trying to show you various new tools and exciting methodologies. There are some cool apps out there. I'm not advertising these apps. I am giving them due credit. This is a visual mind mapping app, and that's just one. You do have to pay for it and beyond the free trial. But you know what? If you're really looking at your optimal career path, these investments are worth it. This was only like less than $1 a month pesos. Less than $1 US and 30 pesos a month. I don't know, something crazy. So anyway, so now that you've developed these tools through various career pathway, utilize something that's data driven and use some expert guidance and really capitalize on your strengths. And so utilize this. And then also, I am super excited that you're continuing. We are now in module 3, so get ready, get your map out, dust off all that brass compass, and let's continue with our AI Revolution Career Compass.